Hello everyone, my name is Idiotic Synergy, and today we are talking about Umbra. We'll get on to the Deserter next video, but Umbra is one of the best hired guns you can get in Necromunda. I wholeheartedly mean that. Is it the best bounty hunter in the game? I generally don't know. Because, Frog 12 exists and the Harvest Lord exists. There are probably better choices, but for what this guy does, it certainly puts him in like top 5 bounty hunters in Necromunda. He's certainly top 5 or top 3. He is great in game, and we'll get into his rules in just a second. But I really like the model as well. We're going to have a look at the model, and honestly, it suits Necromunda down to a T. It's very raggedy. Everything about this model, like I keep saying, a good model should tell a story, and this one tells a wonderful story. Especially when you look at his lore and you realise that this guy has basically been left for dead on Necromunda. It's so good. You can tell that the clothes that he's wearing is all, been stitched together with the mask and everything. Like, it's all stitched together, and he's been shot at, as you can tell by the bullet holes in the shoulder pad. Now, I don't know what's that on his shoulder. I don't know if that's a purity seal or a medal, but you can tell that this guy was probably once a really good... He wasn't in the guard. That's the thing about him. He wasn't in the guard. He was he was just security on a ship, and he got abandoned, left behind on Necromunda. And I don't know if that's a purity seal or a medal, but it does tell a story about the type of bounty hunter this guy once was. The sniper rifle, yes, the kill tally marks were painted on, but the fact that his sniper rifle has probably been shot so many times now that he can't really repair it, and instead has just taped it all together, says a lot. I love this model. It is one of the best models in the entire game. I like his rebreather unit because it's huge and clunky and, rusted by now. He's been living on Necromunda for quite some time, and it just tells a wonderful story. This model is probably one of the best Necromunda models in the entire game, in my opinion. You probably think I'm talking out my ass, but I generally think that this is a brilliant model, and his rules just makes him the best. Well, one of the best. I don't know if he is the best, but let me show you, because they're really good. So, these are the rules for Umbra. There's also the bit of lore here where it basically says he was left behind. And also, there's that purity... I don't know if it's a purity seal, because it has writing down. It does look like a purity seal, but it could be something he made himself. I really don't know. That's going to annoy me, but you can tell from like the concept art that he's been shot a couple of times in the shoulder. It's really cool, and we don't know a lot about him. Basically, he was left behind, and due to the conditions of Necromunda being slightly better than his own ship, which it says here, if even a bit more forgiving, which is terrifying that he was on a ship that was worse than Necromunda. This guy is pretty goddamn good at surviving. And he is only 230 sodding credits. Explain that one to me. When Grendel Sodding Grendelson is a whopping... Hang on, let me just go up, because Grendel Grendelson, the worst bounty hunter, is 280 credits. But when it comes to Umbra, 230 credits. If you get Grendel Grendelson, why? You're being stupid. Get this man instead. Now, these are his stats, and honestly, for what he does, I don't have a problem with it. Yes, his movement is only 4, so he's slower than average. Weapon skill is 4, meaning that, it's average, right? Ballistic skill 2. Ballistic skill 2. That is so good. It just it's just really fucking good. Having ballistic skill 2 is really good. And when combined with his lovely long las sniper rifle, it makes him amazing in game. Now, strength 3, toughness 4. He's the same toughness as a Goliath because fuck you, that's why. That is really good. Having toughness 4 is really sodding good. In Necromunda, that's amazing. Wounds 2, which is quite good. Initiative 3, that's really good. Attacks 1, you're not really going to be in close range with this guy, in my opinion, unless, you really want to try and stab someone with a fighting knife. Leadership 7, cool check 5, which is really quite good. Willpower 7, intelligence 7, all of that, apart from the cool check, is average. And yeah, his long las pistol is excellent. His long las, which is the sniper rifle, is amazing. Range 38, short range 18. If you're in long range, then it's +1 to hit, meaning you're hitting on 2s. Strength 4, meaning you're wounding on 3s against most things. Damage 1, ammo 2, meaning if you get the ammo icon, then to reload it's 2, and it's a plentiful weapon, meaning that ammo is just scattered everywhere. So you don't have to worry about running out of ammo at any point in time. It is amazing. It is generally one of the better bounty hunters, and he's only 230 credits. However, that's not what makes this guy, have the credits, because if it was just that with no skills or war gear, you might think 230 credits isn't worth it. Well, he has got some pretty good fucking war gear. Flak armor, which is, armor, that's quite nice. The infrasight, meaning he is going to shoot in low light conditions, and if you're in cover, you're not. You're just not. And remember, he hits on 2s. And if you're aiming down a sight, that's a +1 to your aiming as well. So you are definitely hitting on 2s with this guy. There is no ifs or buts about it. You are hitting on 2s, my guy. Photo goggles, meaning low light conditions, he can just see in them. And he has a respirator. So even if you throw a gas grenade at the guy, or you shoot a gas grenade at the guy, it's +2 to his toughness. So good luck wounding him with a gas weapon. He is really good, and his skills, I like his skills. Now, infiltrate, meaning that he can go anywhere on the board as long as he's 6 inches away and out of line of sight. Meaning that if you put him on top of like a really tall tower, you can, and you can just have him snipe everyone. Yeah, he's insane. He's really good. Marksman, which is a skill I'm not familiar with, and Overwatch is really good. Overwatch works differently to Overwatch in 40k, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So, let's go into the definitions of the skills. Yay! So, Marksman. Ignore target priority. If the hit is a 6, double the damage. Now, ignoring the target priority is excellent, because usually you have to do a willpower test to see if you hit someone behind him, or a cool check, but with this guy you don't have to. And if you get a hit roll of a 6, it does double damage, meaning you can easily kill subjugate a sergeant because they only have 2 wounds. You can kill most things in Necromunda with 1 damage. With 2 damage, it helps a lot if you roll that 6. But the idea of having the ignore target priority is excellent, and that's just great to have. And also Overwatch, which is up here. Basically, if ready and active, a visible enemy model action can be interrupted as soon as it is declared before being carried out. So basically, if an enemy model does an action, doesn't necessarily have to be a charge, but does an action, then you can just automatically shoot, and it can become pinned or seriously injured. Remember, you're hitting on 2s. You are hitting on 2s with this. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. You can basically just... So if someone activates and does an action, so like move or move, you can just shoot him and it become pinned. Unless, you've got Lobo Ogrins, but nothing really can pin Lobo Ogrins. But that Overwatch skill is amazing. I like that a lot. it makes him one hell of a solid unit, and like I said, if you put him on a decent vantage point, that's it. He is going to shoot everyone off. Like he has the capacity to shoot everyone off the board. He is that goddamn good, and flak armor is quite good as well with the respirator. Basically, this guy isn't going to get into too many melee fights. However, even if he does, he has got a knife, a fighting knife with backstab. So yeah, and he's also toughness 4, which makes him bloody hardy to kill. It isn't Ogrin tough, but it is Goliath tough. So he's really fucking good in game. Really good, and he's only 230 credits. Why don't I see this bounty hunter more? This bounty hunter is amazing. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy. Thank you for watching, and sorry for rambling at you for too long. Bye for now.